1051.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, and we got a special guest in the building,
Joey Cradak.
Fat Joe.
It must be a fountain of youth that all OG NY rappers have found, because you, Nas, Jadakiss, Hov, y'all looking like y'all in y'all 20s.
We trying to live, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to live, man. You
Absolutely.
Amazingly, this is my first time ever interviewing Fat Joe.
Really? He was up here before?
You never realized I was that handsome in person, huh? Yeah, all right.
He does look young,
Now, Joe,
like a kid.
yo, she been thirsty all week, yo.
Oh, wait.
I'm not thirsty.
Flirting
It
a little
was
bit all
Robin
week
Thicke.
with
How am I
everybody.
flirting? I
Robin
just say he
Thicke,
looks-
Flow
yeah,
Rider,
Flo
now
Rida.
Joe.
Hold on. I can't
Flow
compliment. I
Rider.
can't compliment somebody without it being flirting.
But it was your face, though. You was like,
Joe, I'm just gonna tell you, she's
Thank you
single
very
and she
much.
broke. She's single right now and broke. So
She's single and broke.
and broke. She just bought a crib. She broke.
Congratulations.
Isn't Fat Joe married? I mean, come on.
Awkward. So August 26th. August 26th, you got to report to prison for 4 months
That's awkward.
Yeah.
for not paying taxes. So what happened? No accountant?
Well, what happened was,
Uh-oh.
you know, I always had the same accountant for years, and his son was in a car accident. Like, he became a quadriplegic, so he retired. So they introduced me to a new accountant,
Right.
and so he took over my stuff. So you know, I got on my rapper to where I had the guy just paying all my bills and all that. So I'm wiring him money every month to pay all my bills, my taxes. I'm asking him everything's all right. He says it's cool, this and that, right? He's doing everything. So one day I go get a car, speaking of cars with
Right.
Mach, and then I went to get my credit report. My credit was like I could get a building like just walking in. So the guy was like, yo, you sitting down? I thought he was joking. He was like, so I was like, what you talking about? He was like, yo, man, it shows here none of your mortgages is paid, none of your cars is paid, none of this. So this is how we found out. So I called a dude up, and I was like, yo, my man, what's up? What's going on? I send you money every month. So he was like, no, buddy, don't kill my family. You know, he tried to get me on the phone.
Right.
He tried to get me on the phone talking about I'm going to kill you and all that, right? Now I'm like, hey, yo, my man, what's up?
Right.
So the next day, he paid everything off. Like years of not, you know, months and months of not paying it off. He paid it all off. So I already knew this is like some Ponzi scheme type dude or something. You know what I'm saying? Where they rob Peter to give the Paul. So, boom, next day I went and got an accountant. And so when I got the accountant, we went and we try to, you know, fix what was going on. So we actually approached the IRS like, yo, so they was like, all right, so the year your accountant son got crashed, you still owe 60. So I wrote a check right quick for the 60,000.
Right.
I was like, yo, we trying to. So when you do your taxes, people, when you do your taxes, you got to get all the statements,
All the statements,
your
the
old
bills,
checks,
the receipts, and all that, right.
your American Express, because you're
Right.
trying to write off as much as possible, right?
Right.
So after we in that process, the IRS come and knock on the door. After they knew we asked them for all the information, they was like, "Oh, this is a problem." And I was like, "How's it a problem?" We contacted you, so they was like, "Nah." So it is what it is, and so the way they view it was like, "Yo, even if the account, they agreed, they admitted it, like in court, like, yo, he got."
Effed.
He got effed by his accountant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was straight up to that and everything. And but they feel like you as a leader of your household, you know, you supposed to be over everything that's going on. So you still get the blame. It ain't, you can't say it's the accountant's fault.
Right.
Because at the end of it, it's your money, your business. So
We pressed our luck. You know, we copped out to the two whatever, and I paid them all their money back. You know, so I was thinking, you know, you paid them your money back.
That's what I always
You know,
thought.
I
Why you
thought
still
that
got to do
too.
jail time? I don't understand that.
So you got to pay him and you still go to jail.
That makes no
I
sense
paid
to
him,
me.
B. And it was I wound up spending like about $1,200,000, and you know,
Was a lot of that penalties?
I'm not Jay-Z or none of that. No, penalties is on top of that. So after you pay them off, they hit you with surprise.
Penalties. And the penalties is like
Then you pay them
20%.
off, and you be like, all right, here you go, and you think, yo,
I'm done.
hello, like you're like, oh my God, they trying to kill me.
How do you
but-
keep your composure through all that? How you don't send like Macho and the Goons to go beat up the accountant or something? Like,
Well, because that's what they really want.
And who said that didn't happen anyway, Charlamagne?
No, it's true. Like that's what they, you know.
You get in more
They're
trouble.
not happy with giving Fat Joe 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We here now, man. But what it is that people don't understand that, you know, a lot of artists. I hope they take me for an example because I considered myself a pretty smart guy. So when I look how it happened to me, I'm like, damn. Like, please use me as an example
Right.
and be like, yo, you know, Khaled ran the next day. He came out. Khaled ran out the courtroom like, yo, ran his account, yo.
Get yourself
let me-
in,
yeah. You know what's
'Cause
going on.
it ain't cute, man. I can't sit up here and tell you anybody want to do a day in jail. They want to do 4 months. They want to do, you know, the prosecutor was like, I know he's a nice guy. I know he gives to charity. I know he paid the money back. But do it for America. I was like, oh my God. We gone. Like, you know, but it is what it is.
Was there
man.
any chance that you got no time, or you was just
There
like,
was a very big chance. I know a lot of people that it happened to that got no time. Like they was people just a week before
right?
that ain't paid taxes in 19 to 25 years and got probation. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, it could have been, in the words of Chris Gotti, my good friend, it could always be worse.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Absolutely.
just go and get cock diesel, man. That's all.
So you have to go to General Pop. Like, where are you reporting to prison?
I don't know. They didn't tell me yet, but
Or is
I
it a
mean-
federal crime?
yeah, but you know, listen, guys, man. God bless, man. I'm
Could be worse. Yeah, like Chris
Yeah,
said, it
yeah.
could be worse, man.
I mean, not for nothing. A lot of artists don't have $1 million to write a check to make sure that they all good.
yeah, but that's not easy.
Hey, I know.
No, it's real in the field.
I know.
Nah, it's real in the
He said
field.
it's
When
real
them
in the
dudes
field.
come tap you on that show,
I know.
2013, yo, give me that ticket. That's real in the field,
Right.
right? That's
Now,
I ain't fronting.
you've been responsible for so many different movements in hip hop, you know, and part of them like Digging in the Crates. Of course, you started Terror Squad, Big Pun, Khaled. Do you ever feel like you don't get the respect you deserve, man?
I think as an artist, as a lyricist, I don't get the respect I deserve. That's how I view it, as just being a boss, being a don, being whatever. I definitely get the respect I deserve on that level. But just as putting in work, like a lot of people don't understand, like 90%, 99% of the rappers that come out are like one-time wonders. Like, they was the joint last year. It's happened to everybody we could view. So when you consistently over like 18, 20 years just keep dropping hits and hits and hits and hits and hits. And you know, I still look at my Twitter. They be like, "Yo, he's whack. He ain't got a hit." Like you be like, "Damn!" Like you know what I'm saying? I give it up to the OGs, to the legends before me, the Rakims, the LL Cool J's, the Care. I see them and I be like, "Oh my God!" Like you know what I'm saying? But it's you know, that's how I view it, as like consistently putting out music, putting out great music, putting out hits. And joints really go number 3 in America, independent. They really go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not just local artists. My record's really playing in Utah, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? I'm really doing shows, 50,000 people coming out, overseas, all over. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I feel like I don't get the credit I deserve. As far as helping people, you got to understand, you know, I'm probably the realest interview you ever had in your life. I'm being honest with you, Charlamagne. I come from nothing. I come from welfare. I come from having one pair of sneakers. I come from nothing. As far as just like helping people, you know what I'm saying? Like I've helped so many people. I never even asked them for $1. I made at least 10, 15 people, different people, millionaires, you know what I'm saying, who had nothing, never asked them for nothing, and I'm just happy to go to their house and drink some iced tea, you know, and their wife can't tell me no when I put my feet up on the table. You know how your wife want to scream on it?
Right.
You be like, damn,
He's responsible for this thing.
We here because of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all about helping. You know, you gotta understand. You know, the Jews. Let me tell you something about hip hop. The Jews hate the Arabs. The Arabs hate the Jews. Right? This is a jewel I'm dropping. Right? if they both can make them both be penniless, broke, they will. They hate each other. They despise each other. They try to kill each other all day. But the Arabs are filthy rich because of the oil. There's nothing you could do. We drive. We need heat. We need all day. The Jews need oil, right? And the Jews own everything else, right? So as much as they hate each other, they both are rich. They both got their money. They wealthy. In hip hop, it bugs me out where everybody seems to be like me. Like me, yo, the money's gonna run away. Which is the biggest misconception, because the more people that we have in power, the more friends we have being successful, getting money, that's the stronger you are with your relationships and or your team getting money. Like I never understood that about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't control all the money. It's green money.
Why do you think it's like that?
Because we all came from nothing, and everybody feel like, you know what I'm saying? They got to snatch everything. Like, but that's not how I always looked at it. I was always like, you know what I'm saying? I help Ross when he's coming up. I help this one. I help that one. I help this. I help that one. I help Rico Love when he's coming up. I help this and this and that. Now, when Joe Crack come through, I never ask for favors, but when I come through and be like, yo, Rico, I need the hottest hook on earth.
Yeah.
Stop everything. He get it in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I need some... And then we get it done. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always looked at it. Like, you know, we put each other in power to where we can all help each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view life, and period. You know?
Now, is that mentality like that everywhere or just New York? Because it seemed like it's more camaraderie down south. Or was.
Well, New York started out like that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the reason I moved to Miami, because it was so much... it was so divided here. It was like hurting my feelings. Like when I came up, if you see Fat Joe in the FloJo days, I was in everybody's video. I never viewed nobody as competition. I still don't look at nobody as competition. I feed my family. I pay my bills. I'm living great. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I don't look at you as competition. Nobody is competition. I just look at it as more black people, more Spanish people getting money. That's how I've always looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So in New York, they started, you know, everybody arguing with each other. I mean, I remember one day, and I'm not calling nobody out because I love everybody involved, but I remember one day I was listening to the radio and I heard Cam, who I love. Let's get that clear. Camera, everybody. Talking about he was gonna smack Nas's kufi off. I almost caught a heart attack. Like I was like, whoa! Like, yeah, like an invisible sword. I was like, oh my God! Like, you know, like this is Cam and Nas, and I was like, what the? I don't know what's going on. And every week it was like, yo, this was.
But Joe, you allegedly did throw a bottle at Jay. You and Pun.
No.
You
Let's
allegedly.
stop.
You allegedly.
Let's stop.
So you was part of that too.
Listen. No.
What club was that? All right.
That was not a club. Listen, what I'm saying to you, rest in peace, Big Pun. Stop, Envy. What I'm saying is that what that allegedly took place was at a very young time in my life.
So you was part of it.
No, what allegedly.
Okay, we said allegedly.
Right? Allegedly.
We said allegedly.
Everybody's cool, right? So, but what I'm saying, it got to a point where New York, you know, everybody was strong. So let's just say Rough Riders was strong, Rockefeller, Terror Squad, this one, that one, and then everybody just start warring with each other. And that's how we made it so that everybody else could sneak up on New York and take the baton. You know what I'm saying? So it was divide and conquer. It worked perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Miami, I guess, I don't know if it's cool to say, but, you know, I guess no homo. I fell in love with Khaled, Cool and Dre, and then, you know, I'm working with Ross every day, and I'm working with Wayne, and I'm working, everybody just love, man.
Right.
I never felt no jealousy, no craziness, no funny vibe from nobody I was working with in Miami. And it's hard to say, like, there's always somebody funny style.
Right.
You might be like, yo, Joe's cool, his man Mott's is a little, you know, he's a little sneaky or something. You know, over there it's just like, everybody smiling, everybody got love, everybody trying to pick everybody up, and I, you know, I was like, oh, this is where I need to be, you know.
Do you miss the city at all, though? Because I mean, you were a staple.
But
in
I still live.
New York City.
I'm still in New York every other week. Like
It's not like you were before.
Oh no,
we
I
would
was
see
New York.
Rucker, we would see Dykeman, we would see
you
strip
me in the
clubs,
corner.
we would
I
see
was the only
on the
rapper
corner.
I used to see in
Right,
New York.
right, but we don't see
Like,
that
I was
anymore.
the only rapper. I was looking for rappers, Charlamagne.
They want to keep you
I
in
was
the
in
hood.
New York looking for rappers.
Yeah.
Like, yo, when am I gonna bump into somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but of course I miss New York. I love New York. I'm here very often. I'm here every other week. But to be, you know, where you want me? You want me in Sin City, beat some dudes?
No,
head
not
bloody
that.
with
But I mean,
That's what he want. No, that's what they want.
Do that
no,
That's
but
what
you.
they want.
But I mean, I miss seeing artists
He miss
out
seeing
and
you
about
beat people
anymore.
up. That's what they want. They want to keep
They
you in
want me
that
to
lane.
do all like that. I'm saying I did the city a favor when I left here. Like, I'm trying to change my life. Like, I was here, everybody was like, yo, man, I hope he die or something. This dude, like, now I'm gone, and everybody like, yo, Joe, you not here. And then some of the things, if you going back to your original question, a lot of the things that I was taking shots for, right, and just by in general, yo, he made Make It Rain. It was a hit. It was number 3 in America, independent. Nobody behind me, nobody behind closed doors. Now everybody's rhyming on stuff like that.
Now, yeah,
I would have the
yeah.
torpedo, the missile pointed at me like he's Bin Laden. Like everybody.
When you first did Clap and
Be
Revolve,
like, everybody wanna be like. It's cool. Everything I hear Jay-Z on is
you was one of the first. You took the shots.
No.
You took the shots for that.
You know what I'm saying? Then everybody, yo, you don't miss the city, Joe. Well, by the way, when I go to the supermarket, I bump into Cameron, I bump into Puff Daddy, I bump into Busta Rhymes, I bump into the whole New York City living in Miami too. But Joe, let's throw him up. Get the missiles out. Yeah, yo.
You know why though?
Why am I the fall guy?
It was
B?
the music.
Yo,
When Jay was
I'm in the car wash. The regular car wash with my flip-flops on. Going to get my car wash. And the so-called toughest rappers in New York that we like, oh, they're the corner. They're in flip-flops getting their car washed in Miami. I'm like, yo.
but you know,
I got the missile, man.
Jay-Z used a great analogy when he was here. He said, when you're the first person over the hill, you get the arrows. Your Indians hit you first. And it's like you was the first dude I heard rapping off down South Beach, and you was such a New York staple.
Woo,
I was like, what the hell is Joe doing?
I was like, oh my God, I'm just trying to make current music that's hot. Music I don't blame nobody for that. So what happens is that with Fat Joe is like I never wanted to be bottled up. I came out underground. I guess you could have called me a gangster backpacker. Right? And with the Digging in the Crates crew, I never thought I'd make music for girls. I never thought I'd make a hit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I never wanted to be bottled up. I wanted to make music where I wanted to be a star, a superstar. I didn't just want to, so I make music for everything. I make joints for girls. I might hook up with a reggaeton dude or a reggae dude, a Buju Banton, or like, when you get categorized as one, it's almost like an actor that plays one role all the time. Like with Samuel Jackson, we getting him to scream at people. That's it, keep him, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to open it, and I advise if any young artists are listening to me right now, that is another jewel for you. Make every kind of music you really want to make, and don't get pigeonholed into one form of music. Music is beautiful, man. Music is something that we make for everybody. We make people happy. I go in the studio sometimes, I rap about killing babies. I'm being honest with you. That's how I woke up. The next day I might write, we are
Why would you want to kill a baby,
world.
Joe? Like,
It's
come
just
on.
An
because
example.
we could do that. Because we could, like, when Onyx was like, kill him up, kill him up,
Gang 'em
kill
up,
'em
dead.
I was like, oh my God, you could say anything in hip hop.
Well, you could.
Not
but
anymore.
You can't now.
Why not?
Everybody's getting screwed.
Well, you can, but, you know,
J.
You
Cole
might
said a
lose some
line about
you might lose
autism. He
some
had to
endorsements.
I
apologize.
can understand some
Rick
people.
Ross said
into-
the Molly line.
Some people are offended when you talk autism. That I understand. Rick Ross, a Molly line. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they took that far.
Same thing with Lil Wayne and Emmett Till.
You
But
know,
killing babies is offensive too, probably.
killing babies is super offensive, but we just say it.
You just.
Now,
I
let me
don't
ask-
allow nobody the N-word, the this, the that, you know. They asked me, first time they ever asked me, I was in by the way, I'm blacker than most black people, for the record.
Yeah, you're definitely
I'm
blacker
from
than
the
Envy.
Bronx. I grew
Shut
up
up.
90% black people. Half my family is black. I love black people. I am pro-Latino. I love Latino. I don't see the difference. When you're a black person or you're a Latino and they got sugar next door, we're going to your house. Miss Lucy's house, Miss Shaniqua's house. I don't care, man. I've always viewed this as one. Big Pun's #1 hit was Boricua, Morena,
Yeah.
Together. You understand what I'm saying? So, yo, why Fat Joe says the N-word? Because I am that. Like, it's just the bottom line, you know. So, I don't let nobody. I hate it when J-Lo said it one time. I know she's a superstar. I'm like, yo, you from the Bronx. You supposed to say, yo, that's what we say. We term of endearments. We call our cousins that. We call our brothers that. You know, we was just talking about a white guy we know who says "and" all day, and we never looked at him different. Why? Because the first time I met him, he was with 20 black dudes. Every wife he ever had was black. He ain't prejudiced. He's just saying it as a term of endearment.
Right.
It's not our fault that it turned hip-hop.
Right. Now, you mentioned Terror Squad earlier, and you mentioned how strong you guys were at one time. Whatever happened to Terror Squad? Because you guys, like you said, you guys were strong, from Tony Sunshine to Remy Ma to Cuban Links, and
Listen,
it just
And is there still a Terror Squad?
seemed like it crumbled.
Of
What made
course
it crumble?
is. It didn't crumble. What happened is, all right, to just explain to you, some people born with it, some people not. Some people, do you know what I did the second the judge, I got out the courtroom and they gave me the time, which wasn't cool. My whole family was there. I sat in the car, I looked at mine, I said, yo, we got to get money. I got to get money. Like, I'm sitting on the when I look back at my life, I say, yo, you ill, man, because I was in my stoop, 12 years old, bummy, no sneakers, no nothing, with my man Louis from Cortland Avenue, and I remember looking at him, what I knew about this, I was 12 years old, like, yo, I got to get it. I was like, I'm going to get money, I'm getting out of here, I'm rich, or they going to kill me.
Was it an inspiration?
That's just determination. Some
Right.
people are born, they're going to go get it, and some people talk about it and never do it, right? So Fat Joe, buffet eating Fat Joe, would walk up, sneak up in a record label, 31 flights of stairs to give a dude my demo. I went to the Apollo. Like, by the way, Charlamagne, let me explain something to you. I am the realest rapper. I'm not going to lie to you. I am, by far, the realest rapper. I really did it. If you go to my roots, I really did it. Not sold a jumbo. Like, I really, when Chris Lighty signed me, I had Benzes and Beamers and trucks and everything. Like, I left the game to get $300 a show for FloJo. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I changed my life, and I said, yo, everybody laughed at me. God bless them
Let's make sure
all.
the statute of limitations is up on
There's
this.
a very
It's
big
up.
statute of
It's
limitations.
up.
God bless them all, but all my guys got 75 years in jail that I used to be with,
Gotcha.
right? So I'm just trying to tell you the determination. Not everybody has it. We sign people because we love them and this and this and that. A lot of the guys of the Terror Squad were lazy. Big Pun would rhyme in his sleep. He was amazing. A lot of the guys we put down because they was his mans. So, all right, Pun, you get on. You know how I go. Pun, you get on. We'll put your mans down. You know what I'm saying? Remy, she worked hard. She was nice. She did everything. If she, and God bless her, because I wish her the best. She has a kid and all that. But she, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki Minaj's hairstylist, that was Remy's hairstylist first. Anybody you name this fly, we put him down with her, but she was cursing them out and kicking them out, and like you make it like we got her the best of the best of the best, but she was just like wild for the night. Now Tony Sunshine, and this is the truth, he's the biggest. I want to say just my failure, but he's the one that I'm most upset about because I really feel he's a star. I always felt he was a superstar. I got R. Kelly to write for him when he was the biggest writer in the game. I got T-Pain to write for him when he had every #1 song in the world. Every record label, they fronted on him. I'm gonna tell you the truth, they fronted on him because he was Spanish and they didn't understand a Spanish guy singing R&B. Bottom line, I got him 5 record deals. Sony, Jive, Capitol. Like I was trying because I knew he was a star. Girls would come up to me all day. Yo, he's the most handsome. I want him to pop this and that. But I also didn't know the independent game like I know now. I don't need a label right now. I just put up my money. The label is a bank.
Right.
That's all they do. Right now I hire my own radio team, the best of the best, the own video team. I get my man to shoot the video. Let's rock.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that back in the day. Back in the day, we was almost like robots waiting for a major label to tell us what to do. Like, yo, could you sign him? I ain't know I could just shot a video, hire my own radio team, and just blew him up myself. I didn't know that game. You know what I'm saying? So, according to him, like, I don't want to give too much light to, Prospect's a good guy. Armageddon's my brother still to this day. Armageddon was so talented, man. He still is talented. He was so talented. And it's just, all these guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I gave them all $500,000 deals. You know what I'm saying? I put them in the studio. It was up to you to work. The one thing I'm going to say about the Cuban Link guy, I spent $1 million. I lost my label deal because of this guy. I spent $1,800,000 on his album.
Damn.
$1,800,000. I put. He had Pink on his album. He had every big person, Neptunes, whatever. It just didn't pop. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes pops, it don't pop. But at the same time, while I was telling you about my determination, is you gotta want it. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta want it. DJ Khaled, I gave him a shot glass, and boy, he went and got the whole ocean.
Absolutely.
Cool and Jay, I put him on for 1 second. They ran and said, "Hi!"
Right.
Everything. LV was my DJ. Let's go. Jay-Z's whole album. Like, there's people who want it, and there's other people who are like, content. We call them miserably comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Great
I'm not
term.
miserably comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Now, also,
so I gotta go get it.
Do you ever get upset with Khaled because he'll shout out YMCMB and We the Best? But
Khaled's my daughter's godfather. That is the natural progression. We always want everybody to grow. We want everybody to be successful. I just explained that to you from the beginning. I'm the king of jealous one still, envy. So for me to be jealous of my brother, I always knew he had it. I'm happy for him. I want him to succeed. I want him to be the biggest and richest guy in the world. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? And this is my little brother. I taught him a lot of the stuff he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So when I see it, I be like, oh shit, he pulled. You know how you do the football coaches we have in the X and O's? You be like, oh man, he ran the triangle off. You know what I'm saying? So
it was just one point we didn't know if he was still down with the situation because he never would scream TS no more.
Because he has his own thing, We the Best, and I never took it offensive. And,
I think one time, one of your people said something on one of the YouTubes. That's what I think it made it big.
I don't know who said that.
Yeah, it was rumors that somebody from Terror Squad took his TS chain from him, all kind
Never in a million years. Khaled might have like 20 TS chains. Never in a million years. It's my brother. I don't allow nobody to talk bad about him. He's my daughter's godfather.
Now, after all the years that you and 50 Cent had so much animosity, and to finally, under dire circumstances come together and not be enemies anymore, would you say that you two do you speak to each other?
You got to explain that because I didn't see that coming in 1,000,001 years.
Yeah.
The way you guys were so disrespectful, and knowing both of you guys, I was like, I thought
it seemed like you were both very
even
stubborn.
for Chris Lighty, I thought that when y'all got on stage, I said, this is going to be fireworks. I really thought that.
Well, I'm a grown man, right? And I'm a mature man, And that's why I get upset when people throw the word Don around, because you gotta know what a Don is. So at the end of the day is when a person passes, when a person dies, that really saved my life. Chris Lighty literally saved my life. Like, I had no hope. I was rapping. I never thought I'd be on. I was just the hustler rapper from the block, right? And a mob style and all that. And so when he came and saved my life, man, I owed it to him to go to his funeral. I owed it to him to let the world know how, he touched my family. My kids go to school because of him. They live in a great place. My daughter, damn near, I don't want to say that like that, but my daughter thinks she's Hannah Montana. She ain't from apartment 5E to Boogie Down Bronx. She's skipping, hey, Dad. Like, you know what I mean? She don't know what's going on, right? So I owe that to him, right? 50 Cent, he owes him a lot too. So, the first thing was going to the funeral. I seen 50 Cent. We had no words, whatever the case may be. Shout out Chi Ali. I seen my brother there. We linked up. And they said do this award show for Chris Lighty, and I was like, let's go, you know. And they was like, hey, and they said his name lightly, and I was like, all right, because as men, the last thing I'm thinking is, I in no way was trying to be 50 Cent's friend.
Right.
You know, I had feelings. You know, I really had some, like, you know, I don't think now at this point in time, too, it was a perfect time. You know, at the beginning, I thought somebody was going.
Yeah, I thought so too. I would have bet on it.
1,000,000%, 1 quadrillion%, because I know we was jumping out the window. And if they were going to jump out, they were going to jump out the window, too. So I was like, all right, cool. So we going to pay homage to Chris Lighty. Me, the respectful dude that I am, I'm going to be in my best behavior to go pay respects. I really don't want to be around 50 Cent. I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somehow they put us performing back to some weird something that, you know, but when he came, you know, we in the trailer's right in the front. I don't even know if they set us up to pop off or something, right? So, I mean, I don't want to take nothing less. I don't want to say nothing that doesn't salute 50 Cent, but you know, he approached us with peace. That's it. There's no other way I could explain.
Which is crazy because he just got into an altercation with Gunplay.
No, but after too, like, I don't understand this
Right.
guy. I was thinking maybe he was forming a new he's peaceful, and then they get into it.
Right.
3 minutes later, I said, yo, this guy's nuts, man. He don't want no peace, man, right? I thought this was the UN summit, right?
Right.
So he just came out the gate, yo, peace. It's all peace, please. Not to me. I was in the thing. I was like, yeah, yo, for Chris Lighty, right? And then he bumps into another one of my guys. Yo, Pistol, Chris Lighty, it's all love. This, that. You tell Joe, love. So I'm like, you know, 50 Cent is crazy, right?
You didn't trust it.
No way in a million lifetimes, right? And then so I go on stage and we do the rehearsal, and then somehow we end up next to each other. Like, I perform, he performed, which, by the way, that was one of the dopest tributes on the planet Earth. He deserved that. And then he just pulled his hand out and he was like, yo, peace, man. Chris Lighty, man, what's up? And I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What you want to know? I'm not an abuser. I'm not it's peace. And from now on, it's peace.
Have you spoken to him since?
It's peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I gave him my word. Yo, it's all good. And then we move on, you know, with life, you know, as men. He does his thing, I do my thing. That's the way it's supposed to be.
It's like we're not friends, but we have no beef with each other. We're good.
I have no beef, no ill feelings, no nothing with 50 Cent.
That's great that you can do that. You know, because I said, I know Joe and I know 50. And I said, Joe will fight 50 if there's 100 G-Unit people. Like, what award show was that? And it was just Joe standing up. I think it was just Joe and Macho standing up at the award show. And 50 was on stage. I said, this is going to get nasty. They better go to commercial.
Oh, the MTV Award.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Joe got on stage and was like, I feel so comfortable in here. Thank the 50 Cent.
We don't need
Security.
Do they have extra security for you guys though, just in case?
Where?
At the tribute?
BT
they want
Award?
us to die.
Hell no.
Nah, they want us to die. Nah, they want us to die. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done never seen nothing like that.
Now, you
they
know-
put Israel and Palestine right in the corner, right there. Like, jump out.
A lot of people know
They
that.
probably with secret cameras just like, oh, it's popping.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
every
great on
altercation
World
got
Star.
caught on tape.
This is going down.
50 and
Like,
Gunplay, Jeezy and Ross, everything got caught on tape.
But a lot of people know with record labels, feuds actually help out, you know, album sales
I don't
and
think that
promotions.
helped us, and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I don't
ask
think
you.
that helped me. I don't think it really helps in 2013 because I don't want to help the hip hop police, but you know, I just want to say that, you know, it's some tough guys in the backgrounds of every situation, and you know, a nasty beef could turn, you know, violent. It could, you know, somebody could, you know what I'm saying? So this ain't Kumo D. This ain't LL Cool J, you know, Cannabis. This is the time where, you know, a lot of guys got some knuckleheads around them. You know what I'm saying? They would jump out the gate, throw themselves off the plane. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's really a safe thing.
How often do you sit around and daydream if Pun was alive, how the game would be?
I don't know, that type of stuff hurts me. You know what I'm saying? Anything that hurts me, I just try to block it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of pain in my life where I got, you know, I have pictures in my mother's house where it's 14 dudes in the picture. I'm the only one alive. That's painful. That's, you know, I remember counting, you know, it used to be like 40 of us hanging in the projects. It was like 29 dudes dead. So when I start thinking about what it would have been with Pun, what it would have been, obviously he's a genius. He was incredible. He was one of my best friends ever. He was a loyal guy. He was a beautiful person. I'm not just saying that because people, you know, when somebody died, they just say that. He was a funny person, you know. He's sort of like me. If I said I gave my hand to 50 Cent, it's over, it's over. You know, Pun was like, all right, you put me on, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We brothers, for real, you know? And I really haven't found that in the loyalty and the brotherhood with Big Pun. I haven't found that nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I mean it. I'm not just saying as a rapper, something like that. So I miss that fact.
What about Pun's son? What do you think about Pun's son rapping?
I think he's super nice. You know
would
what I'm
you
saying?
think about signing him and putting him on?
I personally, I can't say yes or no, but you know, it just. You know, I wish him the best. And all I could do is if an executive or somebody asks me, hey, what do you think? He's incredible.
Or if he says,
you know what I'm saying?
hop on
God
this song
bless
with
him.
me, yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, his Pun's son, you know, me and his wife and all that, you know what I'm saying? We don't, and by the way, I gave over $1 million. By the way, I'll keep telling you that, right? So I should have a Keep It Real statue in the Bronx somewhere rather than people lying on me saying I ain't look out. You know, if I died, they probably give my family $10. You understand what I'm
she
saying?
was saying she was homeless and you never did
Maybe
that for
she
her.
was, but everybody spends money.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody made millions and millions and millions of dollars. Everybody you know made millions of dollars. Mike Tyson made how much millions?
330. Yeah, he said after he came home to 330 and went broke. Because of Don King.
Everybody made money. So when you're used to a lifestyle, and I don't want to even bring that up and just start explaining. When you used to, Pun's son, he's very talented. I wish him the best. I've always wanted to be a part of his life, Pun's kid's life. I'm that type of dude. Had me and his wife didn't fall out, they would be calling me uncle, loving me to death, being with my kids, being in my house, taking care, all that. It just turned real ugly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like real unpreventable. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kept trying to make it, yo, you know, this, you know, and then, you know, it just never worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think Pun doesn't get brought up in more greatest of all time conversations?
He is one of the greatest of all times. He is one of the best. I was there when he would rap and rappers won't rap. You know what I'm saying? You know how I knew Pun was nice? I took him, his idol was G-Rap. I took him to Queens to Nas and G-Rap. And then, you know, they always look like, you know, this Fat Joe, you know, Fat Joe Real. He an all right rapper. This is a Flo Joe Day. That's my man. He keep it real. But they like, yo, that's his fat cousin Pedro. You know what I'm saying? What is he gonna rap about?
Right.
And then he start rapping and I seen Nas' eyes and G-Rap looking like, oh my God, like what's going on here? You know? And that's when I knew, oh my God, I better go all the way with this guy. This guy's like, he's incredible.
You seem like an unbiased person, so Pun or Biggie? That's a conversation we have a lot.
Oh man, two different worlds, man. Two different things.
Not really though, because they could do the same thing.
I
Street
can't say
records,
that.
party
I
records.
can't say that because, you know, Biggie. You know, Biggie. I mean, just to keep it. Nah, you were trying to get me killed, man.
Nah, that's just a conversation we have.
I can't say that. I can't say that. Let's just say we took the Biggie blueprint.
Word.
Did you ever do a record with Biggie? That was a big rumor at one time that there was
Me
a
and
record.
Biggie was doing an album together when he had beef with Tupac and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So Biggie was like, yo, that's how I blew up. People don't. First of all, I gave Biggie Smalls his first show ever in life. I took him to the Fever. I used to own the Fever and throw the parties, and I took him there as a promoter and gave him his first show. I knew Biggie.
How much you gave him?
A G and a bottle of Moet.
Yeah. Damn.
That's good back then.
And what Biggie had, a Lexus or something at that time? An Infinity, right? It's my brother. I love Big. People don't know, by the way, Charlamagne, if you don't know, me and Biggie talked every single day. every single day on the phone. You know, when he started hanging out with Jay-Z and all that, I knew, yo, I'm hanging out with my man Jay. Like, when he started, like, you know, me and Biggie been friends for a long time. Like, I used to go to Brooklyn, open the door where it didn't have the handle, where you had to open the joint. You know what I'm saying? So I know Biggie Smalls, like the original, right? And so he stepped to me, right? I had left Relativity. He was like, yo, check this out. You the Puerto Rican Don. And I'm the Black Dawn, and we could just and Puffy was like, yo, if you want to do it big, let's do it. So we actually recorded like 4 songs.
I heard, where's those records? We never
I have
heard of
no
records.
clue. And that, look, nobody in hip hop want to hear that now.
Right.
He probably. I
think I remember the Think Big joint.
Ham, Pete, like, you know. So
The Think Big joint, right?
Biggie,
big.
they never came out.
Never came out. It was 4 records. We
now
were trying to
like,
get them.
We was doing them, right? So we was in the studio every day, but this is when the Divide and Conquer comes in. Good old Craig Cowman heard that me and Biggie doing that, and he steps to me and be like, yo, check this out. I want to give you your own record label. You know, this is how the industry works. You know what I'm saying? So I go to Puff and I say, yo, these dudes offer me. I tell you the truth, I didn't even deserve it. I had FloJo for really. I was like, but being that, you know how the industry is, they heard the hype. Yo, if Biggie's talking about making an album with this kid, let me intercept. This guy must be the next guy.
Right.
Which he was right, but he was right.
all right.
Millions of records later, he was very right.
All right.
He stepped to me and gave me my own label with
Right.
Crazy M's. Like, I was like, yo, and then I stepped to Puff, and I was like, yo, Puff, look. Puff was like, nah, he ain't. I said, yo, here's the contract. Puff said, well, go get it, Playboy, because I ain't giving you nothing like that.
Right.
Shoo. I left, and that's how I became an executive.
We hear those records, man. We try to steal those records. We try to get in the studio during those times to get those records.
You and
Me and
Clue?
Clue, absolutely. We can never get those records.
You never had to hang Envy or Clue over a roof for stealing your joints?
I used to help Clue all the time.
With his beefs?
Biggie want to kill Clue with the gun in his hand. With Tupac, nigga, like, yeah. Biggie and Tupac, like, yo, where's Clue? I don't know. Yo, Clue, get out of here. Like, yeah, because Clue started, you don't even know that. Macho had the hottest clothing store in New York. Macho sold his first tape. Like, so we love Clue. We seen him coming with the donut on the wheel and seen the growth. Like, so we was talking Biggie out of it. By the way, like, yo, Biggie, come on, man. It's just hip hop. You know, this, that. So
Big would have hated the
we
end of
used
that.
to be in Clue's house. We used to be in Envy's house. We used to drive to Queens. I used to get a ticket every time. What's that highway? The highway. The you go over by the fruit stand. What's the
You talking about Cross Island?
The bridge. The cross. It's a
Cross
cop
Island, yeah.
there every single time you cross the bridge. And every time I caught the ticket going over.
And they
there.
look so out of place. 2 big Spanish Puerto Ricans on the block.
Yo, on the cross. Woo woo! At least it was when you don't go to jail for no license. You know what I'm saying? They would give you a ticket, you keep it moving.
How do you feel about New York hip hop now?
I'm loving what I'm hearing. The youth. We got some dudes. I think New York hip hop is coming back, but not even just coming back. Like, I think, you know, the sound is really, really about to, you know, is about to take place. It's a matter of time. Everything, you know, everything's 360. You throw away the plaid shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then 10 years later, it's the wave again. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So it's like, you know, New York hip hop, you know, from the youth on up, you know, is making some real serious music, man. I like what I'm hearing.
Now, you talked about being sentenced and saying the first thing you said was, okay, we got to make some money. I got to make some money. So what are you going to do before August 26th? New album, new music?
Oh, we got the single out now with Future. It's called Love Me Long Time on iTunes. Video go up on BET and MTV today. I'm dropping a mixtape actually August 26th, Dark Side 3, the 4-month theory, so the streets can have some violence while I'm gone. And
You said you were a peaceful guy.
no, I am. But the music, you gotta understand. The music is like, look, we don't go. We see we met the dude that did Godfather, right? And we hugged him and kissed him on his cheek. Oh, let's eat some spaghetti with you, right? And then It's entertainment, man. So we don't he killed so many people in The Godfather, but he's a great guy. He shot the movie. So music is entertainment. By now, Charlamagne, you should know it's entertainment.
I do, but I don't think these
Hey,
young
y'all.
cats do sometimes. I think these young cats take it for
Music is by far entertainment. Like by far. If you meet a guy and you think he's something and then he's really not that. You know, I mean, I never forget my biggest story in the world was Mobb Deep. My most incredible story. When I heard Mobb Deep, I was like, oh my God.
He did the same.
Me too.
He put Queensbridge in the back of his hand.
No,
in a haircut.
I never had method, but I thought these guys got to be
Yo,
the
did you
hardest
hear these-
dudes in the planet.
Did you hear these words?
Yeah,
man?
I'll
They
punch
was-
you in your face, stab
So
your
now
brain
you
with your
come from
nose
Fat
bone.
Joe, I don't know if you know, I got beat up every day in junior high school. I fought 30 dudes every day, Charlamagne. I came outside the school knowing I was going to get beat up, punched the toughest dude in his mouth, and got beat up every day. So I'm rehabilitated, but I was birthed
Joe,
through
hurt
violence.
people. That's why you started.
Listen, I had to hurt people. So now what I'm trying to tell you is that when I hear these lyrics, I'm like, oh my God. They had a show, I'll never forget, it was Miami. And the video wasn't even out. I was front row. Like, so when that music came on, doom, doom, and them boys came on stage and they was like this tall, I was like, oh my God! One of the greatest rap groups of all time. When I heard they was breaking up or something like that, I almost died. But I was like, that's when I knew it was entertainment.
Yeah. But when you saw them, the first thing as a fan, you'd be like, nah, they probably still shoot you though. It don't matter about their size. They probably still shoot you.
Yeah, but it's like
You wanted to believe it.
I got a keen sense for somebody who don't shoot you. I know these guys who shoot people, and I was just like, oh my God. But I'm just saying, it's entertainment, man. Over the years, we really realized that this is really entertainment, and as it should be. That's how it was created by the pioneers. That's how it should go. No one should be dying over what they saying. Everybody's trying to feed their family. We all started out, most of us started out dead broke, and we try to find a way to express ourselves and get out of, dead broke situations. Now, what you can do is go back to the hood and help somebody. You can give to charity. You can do charity events like we give computers to school. We run basketball programs for kids. We give back to autism programs. We give to breast cancer programs. We give to AIDS programs. We give to this thing called an arm's reach. A guy named Terrence, he was falsely accused of a crime. He was up north for like 20 years. When DNA came out, he realized that the kids never get to visit their parents. We done donated limo buses and money to them so they could go see their parents. So it's a lot of things that we do. That's the only way to give back. And to go to schools and also tell kids lose weight. Because let me tell you something. Diabetes is real, right? And it's killing everybody in the hood, especially black and Spanish people. I go around and I talk to schools, maybe 20 schools a year, and they all in the inner city. And when I'm looking at an audience of like 1,000 kids, and I'm saying, if you have diabetes or your parents have diabetes, put your hands in the air. The whole auditorium puts their hands in the air. The whole little kids, they're 8 years old. He's not supposed to know diabetes.
Right.
They all like this. So I try to go and try to tell them the importance of eating right. Although I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm going to jail. I ate a chunky monkey the other day. Danny C wants to hang me. I ate a Ben and Jerry's. I'm going to jail, man.
Can I have a treat before I go in?
Yeah, I'm trying to eat a chunky monkey, man. You know what I'm saying? But I've talked to the kids about losing weight. You know what I'm saying? And doing the right thing.
What made you lose your weight? What was the scare? Because it had to be a scare.
Well, everybody was dying.
Okay, that's a big scare.
Literally, like 7 of my friends, from a John Strick or my man Lil Joe or Fat Ant or my man Big Fred, or everybody was dying of a heart attack. And these was the fat cool guys.
Even Pun, right?
Even Pun. But Pun, I was still on my mission. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to buffet, take the plate off the tray, and fill the tray. And eat the food.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? We was wearing tents thinking it's cool. And then it's cool. You're rich. Girls still think you handsome. So you don't even really realize to yourself that, yo, I'm like 1,000 pounds, man. I need to lose weight. So a lot of my friends was dying. And the last one was my man, and he got a daughter my age. So I flew up to New York to the funeral, and this was like the funniest. God loves him more than me. He's the funniest guy in the world, coolest guy in the world. So as I'm sitting there, I see his daughter, my daughter's age. I know him. I know what he eats. I got the same habits, same lifetime. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm like, it's almost like back in the days they had that cartoon, what you call that, the Ebony Scrooge or something. They take him through his life or something.
Yeah.
Almost like a Twilight Zone or something.
Like
So I was
Christmas
like,
Carol.
yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die. Like, that's just the bottom line, because I'm just a rapper, man. I'm not a superhero. I'm a human being. I could die. You know what I'm saying? So I just went on that crackhead diet, like for at least a year and a half, I ain't eat like a leaf. Like, I was just in there every day working out, eating the right thing, and I still do it for the most. I would say an 85% chance. Like, I don't eat no fried food, no none of that. But I indulge a little something. But everybody was dying. And they was younger than me. They was cooler than me. You know what I'm saying? What makes me the exception?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
And did it make you feel different physically? I mean, not just physically, but did it make you feel different, like mentally?
I don't feel different. Like I've always, like, the fattest guy on earth. Even before I was rapping, I would have the prettiest girl on the block. Like, I was just like always been a confident dude. I never felt out of shape. I always call myself skinny fat guy. So I go and ball 8 games. I play baseball. I'm doing shows a whole hour. So I never felt like a fat guy. Like, I never felt like doo doo. I never was. I ain't had a big butt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never felt like that. So now that I lost weight, I just feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, when I go to the doctor, they take my blood. I ain't got no cholesterol, no diabetes, none of this. That's when you walk away feeling like, wow, you know, I'm at least straight right now. You know?
Now, at one time, your spending was crazy. I mean, 8, not 10 carat diamond earrings, you know, TS chains that was, you know, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. I mean, cars that you would stretch, Ferraris you would stretch. Are you still spending the same?
No. Absolutely not.
Told you he came off a mill. He trying to make some money.
Took it.
Right,
Man,
right.
what you talking about? But I live comfortable, man, and it's the way I like to explain it is like I'm almost like a basketball player that used to slam dunk, and then he had to develop that jump shot, and then they keep him. He's like player coach, and then eventually you graduate to coach. So them dudes ain't as wild. They ain't as, you know what I'm saying. So with me, I'm conservative. Do I have a new whip? Yes.
What?
Do I live in a mansion on the water? Yes, I do. Am I still all right? Is these sneakers never worn before? Yes.
Lick the bottom. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah,
I'm just
I
kidding.
could, but we walk
Just
the
walk in there and I'm
concrete.
messing with you.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm pretty cool. My kids are good, you know, but I work like a slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I work like nobody works like me. When you see these guys struggling, it's because they're lazy. I'm not lazy. I got up today. You know what I'm saying? I went to sleep late last night. I'll go to Africa, do a show. The next day I'll do one in New Orleans. I'll come back and do this. Oh, we got to do this. We got to do that. We got my whole life. The worst part about probably being locked up soon is this. I'm going to be bored to death. Like, because I'm a workaholic. Like, I'm always trying to, you know, you got to understand. You have to try, you have to fall before you get up. So I'm always trying different ways of getting money or creating new businesses or doing this and this and that so I could, you know, come up. You know what I'm saying? The come up is you only live once. Life is short. You have to make the most of your opportunities. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just make the most of my opportunities. I like to eat what I like to eat. I like to live where I like to live. I like to be cool. So I have to work like a slave. That's just the bottom line. I take care of my mother, my father. They have a house. People take it. I have to work like a slave. That's all I got to tell you. It's just it's not as beautiful as it is. The 3-4 days I do got off, I'm chilling.
Right.
But then I gotta go work. Where I live, there's beautiful houses right across from me. I never seen somebody outside. You know what that means? They trying to pay that mortgage, me. They don't even catch a suntan. Like, I'll be looking out there like it's like a desert. Like, yo, when are the people coming out? They don't come out because they working to keep that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's it. Big said it. More money, more problems. You got to keep up and you got to work.
Right.
You know, Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop worked like a
Everywhere.
slave.
Everywhere.
No, he's the worst. Fat Joe's not. He hear this interview. He be like, "You're lying, Joe. You be chilling. I seen you at the club." Like, Fat Man Scoop be flying to Japan, but his family don't want for nothing. They doing great. They go to nice schools. They live
Absolutely.
in nice places. They cool, but he be like Germany, Poland. I never. I'm like, yo, this dude is. He definitely lives more on the plane than he lives on regular ground.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? So he just be like, but his family's good. He's happy. He's a good father. He's providing for his family, and I salute him. So it's just that some other dudes just stumble. Some people are always gonna be luckier than other people. Some people handsome. Some people not. Some people rich. Some people poor. It's just, you gotta play your cards and try to find the opportunity, that suits you best in life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it.
Do you have
I
any
just
plans
work.
to write a book or anything while you're in jail?
You
My
should.
book would be too legendary. Nobody got stories like Fat Joe.
Did you read Prodigy's
I
book?
mean,
I
I
think
would
you'd have. I think you'd have a good one like Prodigy. The Infamous
My
was
man,
dope.
let me tell you something, man. My book, legendary though. Like stuff you can never even you would never even understand. I can't even write because then I'd be a rat. Like I can't write the whole book. Like
Prodigy
you know
was
what I'm
definitely
saying?
snitching.
No, I can't snitch.
Well, it could
Like,
be
because it's just
based
too
on a
much.
true
It gotta be
story.
based on, because I've been in some situations out of this world, not just before hip hop, after hip hop. We stole a dude's car, right? And we was only like 13, and he was the biggest drug dealer in the Bronx. Why we stole his car, brand new car, and the guy took us in the meat market and took a piece of beef, right? Cut it. And he put it in a machine. We don't know no better. We was chilling with girls, going to Crotona pool, B. We was in the summer pool jumping over the gate in his car, right? And he smashed it down and it turned into ground beef. The guy made me put my hand in there. Like, you want to steal? You want to steal? Like, no, yo, my it was gonna be ground turkey bacon, man. Like the stories is too legendary, man. I'm telling you.
So why your homie end up like DJ Paul's or
No, he
something?
let us.
Oh,
I'm just saying he let us go, man.
Gotcha,
But it
gotcha.
was an example. But what I'm trying to tell you is the book is
Change the name.
insanity.
Change the names.
The book is insane. But I'm thinking about it. We might need to raise some funds for the book, Macho. We might have to be in charge of that.
All you gotta do is change the names based on a true story.
Yeah.
well, everybody's gonna know now, Angela. You know?
No, I'm saying, but you don't say who the specific DJs or artists or whoever are. You just change the names, and people guess, but they might be wrong, they might be right.
Word. Joey
Everybody
Crack,
need to
man.
look out for Rico Love's album. His single is amazing. His whole album, I heard his whole album. It's amazing.
We appreciate you for joining us this morning
Absolutely.
and
Thank
staying
you
for so
very much.
long.
Yeah, that was very
And
interesting.
this was our longest interview, by the way.
Seriously?
Absolutely,
Is that a
positively.
good or a bad
No, that's
thing?
good. You beat
It's good.
You beat Jay-Z by how many minutes? By 5 minutes.
It's only
He
long
likes
when
to
it's
talk
entertaining.
with the OGs.
Yeah.
You want to hear the stuff. You know what I'm saying? We beat them by 5 minutes. You want to hear that. People can't get to hear what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? They just assume what's going on. They want to get knowledge, man.
Yeah, we get people out of here.
Yeah. Well, it's the Breakfast
I
Club.
seen y'all do some things to some people, man.
We have fun sometimes.
You have fun sometimes,
A
huh?
lot of times.
Yeah, it's not me.
I'm glad I wasn't raised here in New York back when y'all was killing people and pulling out Uzis.
Because you definitely would have been
Putting
dragged in a
arms
van
and
or
meat
two.
grinders and all kind of stuff.
Now you
Def-
just get a videotape getting smacked on the back of your head.
Absolutely. That's the worst that can happen.
Listen, everybody takes a loss. I just told you I used to get beat up. This is a fact. I used to get beat up every day. But guess what? There's some people I seen and he was like, yo, you know, I seen this girl. She said, you know, I used to go to junior high school with you, right? And I was like, oh shit, she seen me get beat up every day. Cause I was getting beat up every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, I was embarrassed. You know, I'm tough. I'm Fat Joe. My TS is around. And she was like, man, you know, I salute you so much. I was like, really? You sure you went to school with me? She was like, cause You went out there every day and fought 20 dudes. You got beat up every day, but you fought 20 dudes
You
every
still went
day.
to school. You still went to school.
Black eyed, man. I'm in Thanksgiving like this, like yo,
Damn it,
what's
man.
going on? Like it was just part of my life. It made me a better person or stronger, whatever you want to call it. So everybody catches an L, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's how how you approach the situation.
Some people run, some people still keep going.
Angela, come on.
It's Fat Joe. It's the Breakfast Club. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.